Extra special warning. Our hosts do no research and preparation for these movies. They are just two cynical douchebags. They think just because they have 10 years of bad TV under their belts, they are qualified to review these horrible movies.
Hey everybody, Bird and Gutter here. We are here with another one of the worst movies on Netflix.
Why'd you pause?
And we are here with an extra special Hallowtober episode. Because we had to bust out the worst movie ever made.
Yeah.
First, we had to review Birdemic.
And now we have to review Troll 2.
Oh my god! Yes, that is right. We are reviewing Troll 2. And we are a little conflicted.
Yes, I'm
because
very conflicted.
we watched, besides watching Troll 2, there's a documentary which is on Netflix right now, which we will get into more when we do it on one of our top fives.
Yes.
But it is called Best Worst Movie.
Ever.
No, just Best Worst Movie.
Oh, I thought.
And it's a documentary about, like, that the kid in Troll 2 made about them nowadays.
Yeah, and then making the movie.
And they all seem pretty fucking cool besides
they're all
the
cool
Italian director.
Yeah.
But so I'm conflicted because I want to annihilate these people, but I also feel bad because they all seem pretty cool.
Well, we can annihilate their acting because their
Okay.
acting was very poor.
So there's no calling of people douches in this.
No,
is
we're
there?
not calling. This is a moment because in this one we were not going to call them dicks, douches.
Yeah,
or,
especially George Hardy, the dude that's
Especially
the
George.
main fucking actor of this, because his acting is awful.
awful.
But he knows it,
He
and
knows
everybody knows it. That was in this movie that this movie sucks. So we can't do it. Yeah, sorry, George.
I like
guess.
George.
Yeah, he seems like a nice
He
guy.
was a nice guy.
I would be privileged to have him as my dentist
Fucking A.
because he's a dentist now.
He is a dentist.
He was a dentist back then
He was
too.
a dentist then too, but whatever.
Yeah.
So we can't really hold him to any kind of standards. I'm not going to call him nothing.
Now that's all over
We're
and
going to
done
say
with.
George is the nice guy. George's the nice guy.
So now that that's over and done with, let's actually get into the review and see what happens.
Okay. Well,
First-
it starts off in the woods.
Well,
you know?
first off, this is Troll 2, but it has nothing to do with Troll 1, so
No.
just have to let that be known.
Well, because
Or
they-
it also has nothing to do with trolls either. It's about fucking goblins.
They say goblins a lot. But it's
Yeah.
like, Daddy, what's it the goblins? It's
Goblins.
I'm sorry. I like that kid doing the documentary and everything, but his character is I'm just taking it from that character, that kid, I couldn't stand.
Yeah,
I was
he
like
was awful.
I was like the crazy guy. I wanted to hurt him.
But okay, anyway, it starts off in the fucking woods,
Yes.
and there are goblins.
Goblins
Yeah.
with horrible masks.
No, actually, it doesn't start in the woods. It starts with a grandfather telling the grandson,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is the kid, the main kid, a story about a princess and goblins. and
Kmart Orson Welles.
Kmart Orson fucking Welles. Right? So he's telling the kid this story, and then his parents come in, and then you realize that Grandpap's been dead for like 6 months.
So
So this kid carries on conversations with his dead grandfather.
yeah, Grandpa Sith.
That's right, it was Grandpa Seth.
A Sith or something. He's
Seth.
like a Sith Lord.
No, Seth.
We kept coming back and forth like, fucking...
And what's great is, during the story, you get to see the goblins for the first time. And they are basically little people in fucking burlap sacks and awful, awful fucking rubber masks.
Yeah, it's
And my favorite one has buggy eyes, and its eyes are like this, like Jenna Sims' nipples. Sorry, Jenna.
Jesus Christ. That's not nice.
I can't cut up on fucking George, so I gotta cut up on somebody.
No, we're being nice for this one.
To them.
Not to Jenna. Jenna was very nice to us.
So the craptastic fucking goblins are chasing some dude named Peter.
Yep.
Right? And then a chick appears, like a princessy fucking pointy hat chick appears and feeds fucking Peter this fucking green fucking goop. Peter starts sweating green, and then
Yeah.
he turns into a
It was
plant.
like one of them Gatorade commercials.
Yeah, he turns into like some kind of vegetable matter, and then the goblins eat him.
Yeah. So
And
they're all
then-
like vegans or vegetarian troll goblins.
But then anyway, like we said, the unblinking mother comes in and catches the kid having a conversation with nobody.
Yeah, well, what was the kid's name?
Joshua.
Joshua, because she said it a billion times. I can't believe I forgot.
Yeah.
Joshua, I do not blink, and I'm crazy now.
Yes, because she is kind of crazy now. Watch the documentary.
Yeah, watch the documentary. She's kind of nutty. Because I know George didn't want to go back anymore.
Yeah.
George looked very uncomfortable talking to her. Even though George is a nice guy, he's struggling to keep a conversation with her. He's like, you sure you don't want to come to this thing? It's kind of cool. She's like, no, I don't leave the house. Mother would not permit it.
Anyway, we need to save stuff for the fucking top 5 when we get there. But yeah. And the only good thing about this fucking movie is the fucking Killing Joke poster on the kid's fucking wall. You know, the Joker when he's all like,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's all like,
I remember that poster. That was cool.
Yeah, that's a cool fucking poster. That's the only good thing about this fucking movie.
I remember the fucking G.I. Joe jammies he was wearing.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah,
and he had the space fucking bed sheets too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All good things.
So it's an equal opportunity bad acting spree in this movie because you got George, which sucks ass, the mother, which sucks ass, Joshua sucks ass, the sister sucks ass, the sister's boyfriend sucks ass, the fucking boyfriend's friend suck ass, the witch sucks ass, all the townspeople of Nilbog suck ass. But I guess we should explain Nilbog. Okay, the family decides they're going on a trip.
Yes.
So they exchange houses with a family from Nilbog.
A really creepy family that doesn't talk.
Everybody's creepy in that fucking movie, in Nilbog. But Nilbog, if you can't figure it out, is goblin spelled backwards.
Yes. Ooh.
So they go to Nilbog. I guess we should also say, I keep wanting to skip ahead. The girlfriend wants her boyfriend to stop hanging out with his friends and come on this trip.
Yeah,
and he's basically like, no.
I'm not going to stop hanging out with bros before hoes, man.
Yeah, basically.
He was right on with that. It was great.
And then basically, you know, they go on this trip, and then
Stand
the
your
boyfriend
ground.
gets an RV, loads his friends in there,
Yeah,
and they
drink
fucking.
Mountain Dew and Coke, man. They're so radical.
And then they drive to Nilbog basically at the same time that
And they keep bitching about, like, they're like, where's the girls at, man? You're in the fucking woods, dude.
yeah, you said there were gonna be all kinds of hot, horny ladies out
There are
here.
none in the woods. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wrong place to go to find the hoochie mamas.
What's great on their trip to Nilbog, remember when the mother made Joshua fucking sing? And they're all like, come on, Joshua, sing for me.
Sing
you know
this
that
song.
song I like? And he's like, do I have to? And she's like, yes.
Yeah.
And he's like, fine. And they
Sing, Joshua.
and they bust into a massive round of row, row, row your boat because it's the only thing they didn't have to pay for.
And really off key.
Yeah.
Really.
So in the car, Josh has a dream about him turning into a plant.
Yeah, that was awesome. He's like, yay! The green sloob,
Yeah,
slimy
sweat.
shite was coming
Yeah.
down his face, and he had like sticks and shit in his hands. This movie was fun. I love it.
And besides him turning into a plant, in the dream his family was also goblins.
Yeah. Hey, don't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it.
We didn't get that far yet
But
either.
I love it.
So now that they're in town, all the town folks are odd, and they all have a 4-leaf clover mole somewhere on their face or body.
Yeah, it's up here, down here,
Wherever.
Yeah, on the tip of your cack.
Yeah. So they go into the house where, you know, they're staying, and they meet the family leaves, and they go into the house, and there's all this food. There's corn on the cob with green icing on it.
Oh, I love green
There's
icing.
donuts with green icing on it. There's big fucking pictures of green Kool-Aid. There's fucking everything is covered in green, and they're all like, yes, this is a great idea, let's eat this.
They're like, look, they left us all kinds of food with green slime and shit on it. Like icing. Green icing.
Yeah.
On everything.
Grandpa Seth talks to Joshua and tells him, stop them from eating.
Yeah, don't let them eat the food, Joshua.
So guess what? Joshua all of a sudden can stop time.
He can stop everything.
Because remember, they're all like...
Yeah, and then he walked behind him all creepy, like he was just like, passing him
And
by.
so what does he do to stop them from eating? He just doesn't say, Mom, Dad, stop eating! He gets up onto the table and pisses on the table. And then it cuts to the greatest scene in this fucking movie.
I love it.
Fucking George picks up Joshua, fucking throws him over his shoulder, and marches him down this hall. He's like, you see this writing? You see this writing?
You know what it means?
This is how you don't piss on hospitality.
I won't allow it.
But we're saying this like with emotion.
Yes.
George had no emotion in this
That was
scene.
great.
So let's start this over again. You don't piss on hospitality.
Yes.
I won't allow it.
I won't allow it.
And then he starts messing with his belt, and Joshua's like,
Says the creepiest line in the movie.
what are you gonna do to me, Daddy? And he's like, I'm going to tighten my belt loops up to deal with the hunger pains. And your mother and your sister are gonna have to do it as well. And then he leaves the fucking room. I love this fucking movie, dude.
I love it,
I can
too.
honestly understand why people have Troll 2 parties now.
I know. It's fucking awesome. Make me laugh like crazy. But if the director was here, I'd be like, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about."
Because in the documentary, he got all pissed off when people laughed at his movie because
Yeah,
he was
understand
making
why.
a serious film.
He really, he needs some psychological fucking work on his brain.
So the boyfriend and the friends are hanging in the RV,
How comes there's no chicks, man, deep in the woods?
and Arnold, the kid with the glasses, goes out for a smoke and sees some fucking chick running through the woods all green, sweating,
she's
shirt all
tore
ripped
up
up.
and everything. Yeah, he's like, hey,
So
hey,
he runs-
threw his cigarette out. Who the fuck does that?
Yeah,
I
so
wouldn't throw my
he
cigarette.
runs after her and tackles her. Like, he's running from something, but he basically runs after her and tackles her,
Yeah.
and then looks up and there's all the goblins with, you know, the 5 masks they made.
He
Because
took
they're
her
all
down
fucking
like, He took
same.
her down like Greg Lloyd too, man.
So anyway, Arnold gets taken back to the witch's house.
Yeah, the one who made a lot of facial expressions.
Oh, which was fucking awesome, right?
Yeah.
She had black hair, and it's all pulled up with like spray painted gray, right? And her eyes never blinked. And her fake dirty teeth were always, and she always did this. Welcome to my house.
I would like to make you some tea. That's how fucking crazy this bitch was.
Yeah, so
I
anyway.
said I called her a bitch. I'm not calling anybody names in this.
Okay, whatever. Moving on. The witch gives Arnold and the
Some brew.
chick some fucking smoking green juice, and they're both like, yes, this is a good idea.
Let's drink it.
So they drink it, and then the fucking
Salute.
chick runs up the stairs and starts
Convulsing.
sweating more green.
Yeah.
And then she starts really just laying on the ground and being covered with green
Yeah, I
goo.
love, what's his name? What was his name?
Arnold?
Arnold, he's just sitting down there going, what's wrong with her? What is happening? Oh no, I cannot move. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man.
Oh yeah, because he can't move. So the goblins come out and start eating her, and then my second favorite part of this movie is they're eating her, and now they're going to eat me. Oh my God! But Arnold ends up turning into a tree because he ends up being in a pot, and he's all fucking
Stuck there.
Stuck
He's got,
together
like, tree
and-
stuff on him.
yeah. Little extra note about the mouth thing that went over his face.
You mean the clay,
Yeah.
bark looking thing? That was.
He was complaining because he was standing in that pot for 14 hours, and the director, you know what he did? You know, didn't say, "Oh yeah, take a break" or nothing. He basically shoved that thing in his fucking mouth so he couldn't hear him talk, and then made him stand there even more. The director's a dick.
He was a nice guy, huh?
No.
No, he wasn't. He was a cock.
So, there's more stuff that happens in the house. Like, Grandpa Seth accidentally appears to the daughter instead of the son, and there's a big,
yeah.
But we'll skip all that. Just get to the point where it comes back to the RV, and there are 2 shirtless dudes in the same bed together in the RV.
Yeah?
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
No, but they were
that
all
was a little
close.
strange. Because they were all talking about women.
Yeah, they were all supposed to be straight.
Yeah.
So that was awfully odd.
It was the boyfriend and one of the other dudes.
Did
So-
you guys think to bring any supplies? I remember that
Yeah.
guy. He looked like he belonged on a fucking.
That was the popcorn guy, huh?
Yeah, he
we'll
looked-
get into that a little
he
bit
should
later.
have been on
too.
like an OxyClean commercial, you know?
Yeah.
It's his face.
No, he should have been like that dude, like, you're gonna love my nuts, you know? The sham wow. So Dad and Josh go to the general store to get, like, food and stuff. And there's a crazy fucking dude running the general store. And what just so happens to be, he was a real life crazy dude.
Yeah, he was.
He was in a mental institution, and they would let him go out for day trips to film this movie.
That's awesome.
And
I
back
wish
in
they
the
would do it more
day,
often.
that Joshua annoyed him so fucking much that he really wanted to hurt him.
Yeah, he said it. He was like, I wanted to kill him.
But anyway,
I wanted to hurt him.
back to the
I
movie.
feel for him because I wanted to hurt him badly.
Okay, but back to the movie. The crazy dude keeps trying to push this Nilbog milk on them. Here, have Nilbog milk, because they're like, do you have bacon? And the dude's like, "Bleh, bleh,
Yeah.
bacon.
Yeah.
Do you have, like, you know, eggs or... Bleh, bleh, we're vegetarians here at Nilbog. Have some Nilbog milk. And it's all chunky and warm, and they don't refrigerate it.
He acted like what Gary Busey acts like now.
Yeah, basically. So it also shows, like, it cuts to, like, this priest with a mega mullet. I guess a pastor with a mega mullet. And, you know, all of his congregation's all creepy, and then they're all the town members, like
That's
the
the angry
sheriff.
guy. He's always angry.
Yeah, the angry priest. Yeah.
With the big beard.
And the mullet.
Oh, yeah. He looked like he belonged in a country band or something.
Yeah, he looked like he should have been in Alabama.
Yeah.
Not the state, the band.
Yeah.
Or the
Or
state.
Or the state. Whatever.
So Joshua sneaks into the barn where the church is having their service, and he's all sneaks in, and they're all, you know, talking about being goblins and blah, blah, blah. His old 80s Nash
Oh, that big, thick-ass one, yeah.
falls down the fucking hole, and then all of a sudden a hand comes up, grabs him by the fucking face, and pulls him down.
I love it. He's like, I was like, oh, that's great. What's he doing? Squeezing that kid's head.
And so then they're like, here, kid. Every kid likes ice cream.
Yeah, all creepy.
Have Nilbog ice cream.
It just looked
and
like
it's all like
nasty vanilla
soupy,
tapioca.
And it had like, they kept throwing like prunes or something on top.
Walnuts. I don't know.
But anyway, they almost make him eat the fucking ice cream,
Yeah.
and then fucking George to the fucking rescue.
yeah, that creepy fucking turtleneck goddamn
Priest.
sheriff.
Oh yeah,
remember the sheriff?
Yeah. But anyway,
some sandwiches for you.
because all the time they're trying to get these people to eat, so they'll turn into vegetables so they can eat them.
Yeah.
But George comes in and saves the day like the hero he is. But still doesn't believe his son when he says, they're goblins, Daddy! And
Yeah.
he's like, you're stupid.
Yeah.
And he fucking basically pulls him out of there.
He came in, he was like, what are y'all doing to my son? And they're all just like, nothing. We were just trying to get him some ice cream. And he was like, okay, well that's cool. No, it's not cool, George.
That's how we keep using his real name because we don't even know the character
I don't
name.
care. I like George.
Yeah. So, you know, the witch, the druid, whatever she is, she cuts off Arnold's ding-ding with a chainsaw and makes a smoothie out of it. I just had to say that. This doesn't really lead anywhere else. I just had to say that, but it happens. I mean, you don't see her cutting his ding off.
Stop saying
But-
that. My ding hurts.
You know, they go down to Roo, and she's like, "Oh, you won't fill it," and he obviously dings. He was just sitting there like with a thing on his face.
That's cool. Go ahead, cross my dick. I'm sorry.
Okay, so all of the town basically goes to the house because, you know, they're all pissed off at George and Joshua and no blinky mummy. And no
Joshua!
acty daughter.
Joshua? Oh, dude, I love that dance. Did we talk about that yet?
Lightly. Yeah, talk about the dance.
Dude, that fucking dance was
She
awesome.
did a dance in the front of the mirror.
It
And
was
like,
so fucking
it was
awesome.
awful. She's like,
oh, yeah, she was doing like the fucking jazz hands and shit, you know, like,
yeah, it was fucking awful.
I loved that. That was great. I'm like, what are you doing? Why would you do that?
But anyway, back to all the townspeople are surrounding the house that fucking George and his family are
Yeah,
in.
waddled neck fucking sheriff was there.
And he's like, here's some sandwiches! And he throws them up there. He's like, eat them by tonight. It'll make things easier so we can eat you. Basically, that was about it.
Yeah, waddle neck sheriff looked like, I smoked too many Pall Malls.
But then fucking the Kmart Orson Welles is alive now because he's in the room and he gives Josh a Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, he was like, let's burn some shit down. And Josh was like, right on.
But that doesn't happen because the priest gets the Molotov cocktail and then Grandpa makes lightning come down like he's fucking Zeus or something.
Yeah, he was like-
and it lights the fucking Molotov on fire and the priest's like, rah, rah, rah.
That was,
And, you know, all the rest of the town's all pissed off, blah, 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 fucking blah. So they do mention that Grandpa Seth is from the Dark Kingdom of Shadows,
something like
but they
that.
never bring it up again.
Yeah, he was...
So was he the devil? Was Grandpa the devil? Were the goblins the good guys in this movie?
I'm not really sure. I'm kind of confused. You'll have to ask the director.
Nah,
Nah, probably.
fuck him.
Yeah.
And that was the first fuck him that came out this whole entire review.
But it was towards somebody who was a dick.
So then, Grandpa's not alive and not around now because he fucking appears.
Yeah.
And the family tries to hold a seance to talk to him.
Didn't one of the Alabama singers guy, the priest who looked like he belonged in Alabama, wasn't he, like, did he do something? He was, like, turning and he was doing something with his fist and Grandpa was like, I don't know what
I don't
that was
fucking
all
remember.
about.
I don't fucking care. It doesn't matter. Whatever. They tried having a seance to talk to Grandpa Seth. Blah, blah, blah. Moving on.
And then whiny kid, he's like, you got to hold hands. You have to concentrate. I'm like, somebody hit him.
But let's cut back to the RV. Well, there is only now the one kid in there, the "You're Gonna Love My Nuts" ShamWow kid.
Oh, yeah.
And he's in there by himself. And then the druid witch, which turned herself into a younger, hotter, more cleavagey version of herself,
Right on.
shows up with an ear cord.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's going to happen with this ear cord?
I don't know.
You'll never guess because it's not going in her puss.
No. Damn it.
She goes in there, and then she's all this lame fucking flirting happens. And long story short, they put the corn in between their mouths, and they kind of eat it, and it all starts turning into fucking popcorn.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. It was
I wish it would rather went in her fucking vagina.
Oh! Yeah, but a different rating for that movie after that. Because I was wondering, she had it by her thing, and I'm like, what's she gonna do with the ear corn? And that'd be kind of creepy. I'm like, yeah, like the titties and all, but what's up with that fucking ear corn? It ain't going to my ass, bitch.
So the goblins attack the house, and George and his family is just basically running through the house. Pushing a goblin here, throwing a goblin down
George
the steps
beat
there.
the shit out of one in the hallway. Remember, like the one kid, like the dorky kid that was like, he's part of the family
The
now.
boyfriend.
Yeah, he got him in like an arm lock or something. And George came down with a hammer.
Yeah, what fucking ever.
That was awesome.
But anyway, Joshua wakes up inside the witch's house.
Yeah.
Grandpa Seth is there. Basically, Grandpa gives him a package and was like, don't use this until you absolutely need to. Kind of like what, Leonard Part 6?
Yeah, basically.
You know what I mean? He's like, meat. Which it was! It was a double-decker bologna sandwich! And that's how he beats the goddamn goblins by eating a double-decker bologna fucking sandwich. And then his family shows up. They all lay hands upon the fucking rock. Goblins fucking disappear. Blah, blah, fucking blah.
Wow.
They all drive fucking home, right?
All happy endings.
No! Because the goblins eat Mom.
Oh, no.
Because it cuts to a rubber woman whose titties are out, which was definitely not the mom because the mom was not attractive like this rubber torso.
No, Mom.
Covered in green jello, and these goblins are sitting there eating it, and then the goblin looks up and in George's voice goes, "You want some, son?" And then it fucking fades to fucking black. End of the worst movie on Netflix.
God, I applaud you.
Yes, it was
fun.
fucking fun. And like we said, and we're gonna do a whole fucking segment on it on Top 5 on Netflix, but watch Best Worst Movie.
That was
a
pretty
great
good.
documentary put together by the kid that played Josh.
Yeah.
So,
Salute.
next week will be our final Hallowtober movie.
Oh, and what should that be, I suppose?
I don't know yet.
Oh.
So, on that note, for Bird and Gutter, this has been one of the worst. No! This has been the worst movie on Netflix! We'll see you next week.
Goodbye, children of the night.
Oh my God! What does the Sheik say?
Fucking. You suck Hulk Hogan's dick. You suck Hulk Hogan's ass. I love the Iron Sheik.
Because, they did it like you did in school. One person would start and then be like, row, row, row your boat. Row, row, row your boat. Whatever.
And again.
To you, George, with our big cups of vodka.
Yeah.
They're not
There
vodka.
goes water.
We're poor.
We can't even drink beer anymore.
Yeah, true that.
Telling you, dude, we need to start a Kickstarter program. Help 2 losers. Do some. Cool. Then we're gonna move to wherever George is, so I can just have him work on my teeth and tell me all about Troll 2.